Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hope everyone's doing well. I know we are all missing the Kentucky Derby, right? In Kentucky, you think about Kentucky, you think about two things: the Derby and bourbon. So we're all missing it. So it's unfortunate. So raise a glass. Hopefully, you guys will. Hopefully, we'll be back to the norm next year, and the Derby and everything else will be open, and we'll all be a bit better than where we are today. So that's that. So last week we changed up a little bit, right? I had a new guest judge, my buddy Mike, came on the show. And the cool thing about Mike, as we said in the video, is that Mike and I were both just kind of out hunting for bourbon. He was at the time living in Dallas, and I was down at the beaches with my family for the weekend, and happened to kind of meet up, exchange information, and a year later we're doing a video, right? So that's the cool thing about bourbon. It really kind of brings people together. So I really enjoy that. But for this weekend, no guest judge for this week. Maybe the week after we'll have a guest judge, or two actually, change up a little bit. But so we can go ahead and review Four Roses. So if you recall, I think it was back on episode 28, link above, I reviewed Four Roses, gave a ton of information about Four Roses, and everyone knows about, Four Roses, right? I mean, if you drink bourbon, you know Four Roses. But definitely feel free to watch that video to get like the whole history on Four Roses as a whole. However, this is Four Roses Small Batch Select. That's what we're reviewing today. Let's see that bottle. Small Batch Select. So, Bourbon Judge, hit me with some education about bourbon. Well, about Four Roses, that is Small Batch Select. So a couple of things. So Small Batch Select came out by Four Roses actually just last year in 2019. So this is like a brand new release. And in 2019 when it came out, it actually only came out in 5 states. Just 5 states, right? And none of those states were near me, hence the reason why I didn't have it. But in 2020, they expanded a little bit. So now it's available in 13 more states. So got a total of 18. And I was able to find it. So, only available in 18 out of 50 states. And luckily, one of those is a state right next door to me. So able to find it. Again, this is a highly anticipated, new release. And now only in production now for 2 years. So from a price standpoint, so I bought this. I'm going to go ahead and pour it. You guys know me. I like to keep the videos, for the most part, pretty brief, right? I know how it is. My attention span is not that long, so why should I make you guys wait that long? But I paid for this one. I think it was $56 plus tax. I think maybe total was like 60 or 61. And this one comes in, the Small Batch Select comes in at 104 proof, right? So 104 proof. Leave that there for now. Keep it on the book, nice and steady. Can't have any bottles of bourbon breaking. Let's go ahead and get into this color. So this is really nice. It's actually dark, but I don't want the lighting outside because it's the evening now to throw it off. This almost looks like a honey brown, just very beautiful, dark, like a little bit darker than that brown. Very nice. All right, so a couple of things about Four Roses Small Batch Select. So just so you guys know, they actually produce, Four Roses has 10 different, let's call them blends as it relates to bourbon, right? 10 different blends. And when they created this one, they used 6 out of the 10, right? So they used the majority, 6 out of 10. And all 6 were aged at least 6 years or greater, right? So we're drinking at least 6-year plus aged bourbon, right? At 104 proof. And not a bad price point, $60, not bad, right? As a whole. All right, let's get into the nose. Nice. This, you think about Four Roses, you always kind of think like the whole floral, because a lot of their different blends are very floral based, if you will. But this one doesn't really scream floral. It screams more traditional honey, vanilla, definitely the oak. And I also get a little bit like almost like a mint smell almost in a way, which is interesting. No caramel though, and no brown sugar. None of the other good stuff that's in bourbon. All right. Well, let's go ahead and see if this bad boy was worth my hunt, which is definitely a hunt for sure. Ooh. 104 proof. That finish, it lets you know that it's there. Only at 104. It's not bad. So everything transfers from the nose to the palate. The honey, the vanilla, the oak, The mint as well, that's still even kind of right now, I'm kind of moving around my mouth. The mint also, and it's almost like a citrusy kind of a mint, very interesting, very nice. I gotta go ahead and finish this. Not bad. Wow. Okay. Well, you guys know me. Honest guy, an honest judge. Got to give you what? An honest answer. I would tell you, I like Four Roses as a whole. I think they're really, really good. But for this one here, judgment is in. This is an absolute buy. That, to me, is phenomenal. I'm actually quite surprised because I like Four Roses as a whole, but I don't love Four Roses as a whole, right? That, I think, is phenomenal. And I mean phenomenal. So, when I say, is it worth the hunt? It is worth the hunt. Please, guys, thank you for watching today's video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. If we don't talk soon, cheers, be safe. Talk to you guys later. Take care.